Broadway World. I'm Katie Lynch. The beloved movie Mrs. Doubtfire is coming to Broadway and is starting performances March 9th. We are here at New 42 Studios to chat with the company and to get a sneak peek.
Mrs. Doubtfire, the musical, is about a family that's going through a messy divorce, and the father loses custody of the kids in a messy custody battle, and in order to see his children more, he disguises himself as an elderly Scottish nanny to spend more time with his children, and insanity ensues. But I will say, you know, a lot of people say, why a musical? What makes Mrs. Doubtfire sing? And I think our composers have found the perfect places in this story to sing. And I think they started from the struggle that the kids are going through. I think the score and the music and the sound of the show was birthed out of what's going on for those kids in the midst of this chaos. It doesn't just sing, it soars in a really beautiful way.
You know, I'm a father. I have two daughters. One is 37, one is 31. The idea of not being able to see them would make me crazy, and so I loved it, and so the basic heart of the story appealed to me tremendously.
What is the reason for putting this on stage when the movie was so loved? And as soon as we did the first table read and listened to this magnificent score that the writers have put together, it is, I feel like it's necessary for this story to be told through music. You have the luxury of having probably an extra hour of time, which means that you get to really explore the effect of divorce on family, on the kids, and how the binding quality is love. And you know, Daniel becomes Mrs. Doubtfire out of the only option to be with his kids is by taking this, you know, drastic choice.
The fact that it's a musical gives us the chance to go a bit deeper into some of the other characters, so we get to hear Miranda's point of view, and as you saw, we get to hear the kids' point of view, and we experiment how they feel about divorce. And we take a cut scene, a scene that was cut from the movie, and they made a song out of that, and it's a very moving song, and I'd say it's the sort of emotional nadir of the whole piece. But it's really powerful, and I think people will be surprised by how much punch there is emotionally in our musical.
Natalie's something, a beautiful child, a head full of wonder, a heart full of why. And man, she can light up a room with her smile. How could I go through a day and not see that? In what world could that ever be fair? All I know is any world she inhabits, I want to be there.
So a lot of it on the page is about Daniel, but kind of, you know, Rob McClure is really something. He's really something else. Yeah. It's a line in the show. And getting to know that person, Mrs. Doubtfire, and what she, because to Miranda, she is a she, allows in terms of sharing that was not present with her husband. And that has been really interesting to explore the safety that Mrs. Doubtfire brings to Miranda.
You know, it was very important to Jerry, our director, that this relationship be a very solid one that comes across to the audience, that we love and care for each other very much. Because the whole show is about families and relationships, and we have many different examples of that. So what was sort of joyous in the rehearsal process was us getting to know each other as people, and then finding more on stage, and just, you know, as you do when you live your life. And, you know, when you do a show, you become family.
I mean, we all feed off each other and build each other up and help us, you know, during rehearsal. I mean, it's all of us are always together in the show.
I am an only child, so to have two siblings with me by my side every day is the most amazing thing in the world, and to create relationships with everyone in the cast and creative team that have now become a part of my family, it's just incredible.
Jake just makes me laugh a lot. He has so many jokes, and Annalise, we just hug each other so much.
Have really enjoyed working with this creative team. Jerry Zaks, this is my first time working with him, and it's just been a gift and a treasure to work with him. He's so smart, he's so intuitive, and making sure that everyone feels comfortable, that that every joke is not at anyone's expense, and it's been a really, really wonderful process.
Yeah, he's made the piece so real, so heartfelt, in a very, very genuine way.
Holistically, the show really broadens the definition of family, and I'm really excited for people who don't know families like that to get to fall in love with families like that in Doubtfire. And I think for people who are families like that, they get to see themselves represented on stage.
We're not doing boy gets girl back. We're doing father reconnects with his kids and figures out how to be a better dad, and really focusing on the father-daughter story, but him and his daughter being kind of the main emotional relationship.
For the audience to see what Rob McClure does with the transformation, you get to see that happen on stage in real time, in an amazing theatrical, magical experience. That's always thrilling every time I see that.
Just come see the show. It is an experience. It really is a journey, and I think people will be reminded of what the movie was, but also it will be expounded on, and there will be more, and people's emotions and heartstrings will be tugged at, and they will be surprised at how much they will feel.
Don't take away all my reasons for living. It's more than I think I could bear.